Hey YouTube, this is Kristen. You're watching Chatterbox Budgets. Thank you so much for joining me for a video today. I hope everyone is doing well. It is Monday, April 11th, 2022 at 6:48 a.m. and we are going to budget my paycheck from April 8th. I do have to work at 7, so we've got about 10 minutes to do this, so hopefully I can make it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm an hourly employee who's paid bi-weekly. However, I do budget monthly and I'm a month ahead on my expenses. So what we're going to do is just take my paycheck from the 8th and we're going to set up where it's going to go for May. And I use the program or the app called YNAB, which is You Need a Budget. I started using it a couple weeks ago and I'm absolutely in love with it. And I'm doing something new. I've never done this before, but I wanted to try to find a way to put out more content. And this actually is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying myself using the screen recording. So we're going to give this a shot and see how it goes. Anyway, so my paycheck on the 8th of April will cover half of my expenses for May because I am already funded for April. So we're going to go through and just assign it real quick and then go from there. So my auto insurance, half of my auto insurance is $29.98. Half of my cell phone bill is $31.50. Half of my electricity bill is $26. I do have my cheat sheet off to the side, so I'm not this good at math in my head, but I know how much the totals are for everything. I just don't know how much they are divided by 2. So natural gas, oh sorry, that was my internet. So $49.29 for the internet. Natural gas will be $15.50. Utilities, which is the water, sewer, and trash for my apartment complex, that we're going to do $32.50. I don't know how much the bill's going to be for May until probably the 21st or 22nd, but we're just doing half of what I paid this month. Annual fees, we're going to plan on $54.44 for half. Subscriptions, we're going to do $56.63. My gym membership is $8.03 for half of that. Home insurance, we'll do $3.58. Rent is $612.98. And then loans, for half of my personal loan, it's going to be $80.36. Okay, so that should be, come on, oh, that didn't work. Hold on, we're missing some money here. There we go. Okay, so it's $1,000.79 for half of my bills for my scheduled expenses for May. So for unscheduled expenses, which are my flexi funds, which are my daily expenses, gas and fuel, half of that is $30. These I do know off the top of my head. Half of groceries is $150. Household, half of that is $30. Miscellaneous is going to be $10. Personal stuff is $30. Whoops, too much. Pet stuff will be $50. No, $100. I used to budget bi-weekly before, so that's why I have these memorized, just because they're very easy to do. So $350 is right. So then we're going to come down here, and on my regular expenses, which are basically these are my version of the sinking funds. I call them freedom funds. Actually, that's what Mary Hunt calls them. They're called freedom funds. I got the term from her. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the rest of the money that's up here. We're going to put $500 in my contingency fund, which is my version of the emergency fund, because I did take my emergency fund money and kind of spread it out to be able to budget for April. So we're going to refund that, or not refund that, refund. That sounds weird. We're going to put money back in that fund because I want to put back what I had taken out of there. And then for my freedom fund, instead of assigning to each of these individual categories for the month of May, what I want to do is just put all of it into one account or one fund, and then at the beginning of the month I can distribute it into the individual categories. So we're going to take that $887.19 that's left from my paycheck and put that in my freedom fund. Now not technically, but I probably should put $1,000 in my contingency fund so that I have it fully funded. However, I want to leave it this way for right now because I have $500 in cash in my safe, and so that's just basically putting that back together. But I might have some things I need to pay for, like a vet bill, things like that. So if I have it in the Freedom Fund account, then it's something that is easier to access because I can use my debit card. And then anyway, and then I'll get back to to funding the contingency fund later. I just want to be able to have the money available to use, but I want to put more thought into it instead of just saying, okay, I'm going to go spend $600 on shoes or whatever. Because believe me, I had $600 worth of shoes selected. I wear Skechers, and so I had picked out like 6 different shoes, and they're all like almost $100 each. Didn't buy them, not going to buy them. I just wanted to look. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. So that's my paycheck from the 8th. As you can see, it says all money is assigned. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. All money assigned from that paycheck. So what I'll do is when I get paid again in 2 weeks, I don't know what the date is, it's 2 weeks from the 8th, which I guess would be the 22nd, I'll come back in here and budget that paycheck, and then I'll fund the other half of my scheduled and unscheduled expenses, and then put the other, if there's anything left with it, which there probably won't be. My paycheck will probably be barely enough to cover these things, if it's enough to cover these at all. But then we'll go ahead and put the rest of it into the contingency fund if we need to. So anyway, that's sort of short. I've got to go fill my water and do a couple things before I go to work. But I wanted to try to share more information because this is one thing I've never really been able to do. It's really hard to go into the future and budget on paper. And I wanted to just be able to show you how the month ahead thing happened in December. So I had 3 paychecks in December. So I used the first paycheck in December to pay the second half of December's expenses, and then I used the second 2 paychecks in December to cover January, and then I've been able to keep it up ever since then. So I wanted to be able to do that again, but it's really nice to be able to go in the future and show you what I've already, like what I'm planning to do with the money. And then I can go back to April and I can see everything that's already, it's separated out. So this is money that it's available to use in April, but it's separated from the money for next month. That way I'm not spending next month's money now, if that makes any sense. Which I needed this because I have everything in, like, they're all together in my different accounts. So I have April's and May's money mixed together in my accounts, and this just makes it easier to separate. So instead of looking at my checking account to see how much money I have to spend or left to pay for bills, I look at this and I can see how much I have left to pay for bills. So anyway, I hope that makes sense, you guys. I apologize if this is a little bit flustered, just because it's Monday morning. I've been awake since 4:15. But it's not something that I've really done before, so I'm still learning as I go. And saying it out loud is definitely different than doing it in my head. So I just wanted to show you because that paycheck was that was a big paycheck. The bonus was very generous, and I actually, a lot of my coworkers changed their taxes, their withholdings. I don't do that because I had a bad experience when my son turned 17 with something like that, and I just have never touched it since then. So I actually paid quite a bit of money in taxes. So my bonus was a lot more than what I have in my account, but that's okay because I should get it back next year. We'll see. I don't know. I claim as many exemptions as I'm entitled to, so my exemptions on my paychecks, or my withholdings on my paychecks, matches what I claim on my taxes, and so it all balances out. Anyway, that was rambling. Okay, I think I'm going to go to work now. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you being here. I'm hoping to put out more videos. This format, using my tablet and using the screen recording like this, actually really saves me a lot of stress and anxiety. And I don't have to worry about my nails being done, which is awesome. So, or long sleeves or anything like that. A lot of things I worry about when I'm filming videos. I will probably be back to do my weekly check-in, but I think what I might do, since it's already the 11th, and my next second week ends on the 14th. I might wait and do week 1 and 2 together on the 15th. We'll see. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. I may be able to find a way to do it here in YNAB and do it sooner, and then just do like the calendar view every 2 weeks or something. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to go start uploading this video because it'll take at least 25 minutes to a half hour. But the nice thing is that it's taking out of my tablets of my phone, because my poor phone battery just does not last, and it gets so overheated, and this tablet's brand new, so hopefully it lasts a little bit longer. All right, you guys, I appreciate you being here. Have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, let's go to work. I gotta go.